Hello, my BFF. Thank you so much for stopping by. I have been thinking about something ever since I went to Essence and I noticed so many companies looking at fragrances and the memory, the feelings, the personality they help people embody. And I think the industry has gotten this wrong. Hear me out. The fragrance industry tells us that vanilla is comforting, citrus is energizing, lavender is calming. But what if this is only half of the story? This is a bit awkward. I will use this mic like this. I want to hold it closer to my mouth because the audio is better this way. What if the emotion isn't inside the fragrance, but you know where? You know where it is. So I met this brand, House of Helios, at Essence, and after being invited to take a personality test on their website, then I was suggested a specific fragrance for my personality. And it got me asking myself, maybe I would like to try out a different fragrance for a different personality to embody something else. Maybe for me wood does not equal power and confidence. Maybe it makes me feel hungry because it smells like a barbecue. Fragrance notes do not smell the same for everyone. If someone has eaten citrus cookies for Christmas, like me, you know the story that I associate with Acro Bake. My mom is baking lemon cookies and you have that lemon peel, lemon zest with sugar. You have those cookies in the oven, they are almost ready and the entire house smells like ready to eat cookies. While for someone else, citrus, lemon can smell either energizing, that's typical, or like a bathroom cleaner. I heard that so many times. I have another example for you. Lilies. Lilies smell elegant, right? Who agrees? Drop it in the comments. For me, lilies smell like a funeral. Why? That's where I found them during my childhood. Whenever I smell lilies, my brain does not register luxury. It registers grief. Rose and water lilies, if someone has smelled them on someone elderly during their childhood, then they will associate these notes with this type of energy. Incense. I have seen so many reviews that it's sexy, mysterious. For me and my boyfriend also, he cannot stand whenever I have a fragrance with these notes. We were both raised as Christians, Orthodox Christians. We are both familiar with these scents from church. Another good one, wood. Wood, the smoky wood that smells like power, right? Confidence. Sometimes, most times for me and again my boyfriend, it smells like a barbecue. Imagine someone having a negative experience or they have a panic attack while wearing lavender oil. Then for them, lavender will never be calming, ever. So I think this is one of the reasons why people disagree so much on fragrances, because the final ingredient of each fragrance is who? We think we are arguing about the perfume itself, but we actually are disagreeing on memories, on our lives. And our brain filters whatever is happening in our life through our memories. And nothing has any meaning other than the meaning we give it. So the next time someone tells you this note is comforting, ask yourself, this is comforting for who? For whose life? I went to Veronique Gabai's booth at Essence, and the beautiful lady there shared something that Veronique Gabai says, that the last ingredient of each fragrance is your skin. And I would like to extend that. It's not only your skin, it's your life, your memories. You are the final ingredient of each fragrance. The fragrance does not become alive. does not have any meaning at all until it gets to be worn by you. I stopped organizing my fragrance collection by notes or brands, and I organized them by the feeling they help me embody, by state of minds, by empowering moods. And I have confidence, energizing fragrances, mysterious, feminine princess fragrances. And this is why whenever I talk about a fragrance, I also invite you to try it out on your skin if you feel called to. And it doesn't mean that if something wakes up a feeling of comfort for me, for example, Amouage Love Mimosa, for me it's comfort, it's fresh, clean laundry, freshly changed bedsheet. And that's why it's comforting. But for you, it could mean something completely different. And this is the beauty of fragrance, that we all get something different from it based on our experience and, of course, how it reacts on our skin, but based on the meaning we give it. Isn't that beautiful? Smell has a direct connection to the brain's memory and emotional center. That's why two people can smell two fragrances and get transported to completely different places. Your brain isn't just smelling molecules, it's asking itself, what does this mean for me? When we read fragrance descriptions, we also get this subliminal, like vanilla is comfort, lavender is calm. Those are the meanings borrowed from someone else's life. There is research that particular notes raise similar feelings in groups of people, like citruses are fresh, cookies make you feel comforted, of course. And that's why we love gourmands. They are fragrances for our inner child. We are not talking about that. We are talking about how each of us is unique. We have our own lives, our own memories, our own experience. And based on that, we give meaning to the fragrance, which could be completely different than what the industry suggests. The formula of a fragrance is not finished until it reaches the person wearing it. So the last ingredient in each fragrance, it's you, my BFF. How wonderful is that? That was it for today. Today's wisdom is all connected to how things are super subjective, and it goes like this. I'm not who you think I am. You are who you think I am. What do you think about that? Let me know below. Let me know in the comments also what's one fragrance note or a fragrance that means to you something completely different than what usually people say about it. I'm so curious to find out, and I'm sending you a big hug and so much love, and I can't wait to see you next time.